I can understand why men have given up dating because can someone make it make sense for me how these women want men to text them back fast, but not too fast, that it's too creepy. They want men to make six figures while working 20 hours a week while they still have quality time with them. If he has a good relationship with his mom, then that means he treats women well. But if he doesn't have a relationship with his mom, then that means he's automatically abusive. But then she doesn't want to ever talk about her daddy issues. If he's too nice and too kind, then that means that he wants something from you, or, there's an assumption that he's just buying you gifts and whining and dining you because he wants sex. But if he doesn't wine and dine you, then he's lazy, he doesn't care, and he's not putting in enough effort. You want men to lead, but you don't want to listen. You want men to show their masculinity and take charge and plan dates, but not too much masculinity that he comes off as aggressive, mean, rude, or condescending. You want men to be in tune with your emotions, but if he's too emotional, then he's weak and you don't trust him to make decisions and lead. He has to be attractive, but not too attractive that he looks like a fuck boy or somebody that gets around, because if he's too attractive, then he has too many options. But if he's not attractive enough, then you're not even looking in his direction. If he has a child and a baby mom, then you automatically assume that what baby mom would want to be single, and that makes him toxic. But if he's never been married or in a committed relationship, then that also makes him toxic, and that's a red flag because he's never been in a relationship before. You want men to initiate the dating stages of a relationship. You want men to initiate sex, but then when he stops initiating sex, then you assume that he's cheating on you. You want men to be honest and open and upfront, but your idea of honest and open and upfront is basically him telling you only the truth that validate your feelings and your experiences, because the moment that he invalidates how you feel, now he's narcissistic, he's abusive, and he is mentally and emotionally using you and abusing you. These women will always say that they want men to be themselves and be authentic to who they are, but then there's an entire list of icks, like wearing sandals in winter, or him just getting coffee, or him getting sepsis, and you think it's funny and you're posting it on social media. But the moment that he posts an ugly picture of you on social media, now he's a piece of crap and he's picked the wrong picture, and now you feel bad about yourself. If he dresses well and he takes care of himself, then he's too feminine and he's trying to show off. But if he doesn't dress well enough and he doesn't show off and he dresses average, then he looks like a broke ass loser bum and you want nothing to do with him. You want that man to have hobbies like going to play golf or gaming, but if he games too much or plays golf too much, or it inconveniences your lifestyle or what you have going on, now you're pissed off. But if he doesn't have any hobbies, then he's a loser because he's too obsessed with you. But if he has too many hobbies and takes away time from you, then he doesn't care enough. If a man respects a woman's boundaries, then he's being too creepy because he's just too good of a man. But if he doesn't respect her boundaries, then he's likely to abuse her or SA her later on down the road. If a man speaks loud, then that means that he's aggressive. If he speaks too soft, then that means he's too feminine. Women expect constant attention and praise all of the time. So if you give too much, then you're trying too hard. But if you give too little, then you're a lazy bum and you don't match the guys in her DMs. These women don't want men to be manipulative or liars or cheaters, but they'll turn around and show their butt cheeks online and call it, body positivity, to basically cheat on you and be narcissistic, but then it's still all of your fault. And the sad reality is that you could give a woman everything that she could ever dream of: the house, the money, the cars, the emotional stability. You could provide, you could protect, you could check all of the boxes down the list. And guess what? She's going to turn around and say that she's bored, she's uninspired, she's not attracted to you. She's going to cheat on you with the next guy down the street who has no job, all because Susie Q has a better life on Instagram. But not only that, when she says that she's unhappy, she's going to get online and talk about how you're a narcissist, how you're abusive, even though you gave her everything that she could ever want. And every single step of the way that the goalpost changed, or the expectation, especially unrealistic expectations, changed, you gave it to her and it still wasn't enough. So yeah, if anyone is ever wondering why men have stopped dating, this is a perfect example because even as a woman, if you really sit back and look at it, it's so unrealistic and it's so delusional and it's so narcissistic that who the hell would want to put themselves through this? And it makes sense when you really think about it because none of it actually makes sense. Women don't actually know what they want. They love the highs and lows of being incompatible with the wrong people instead of just being at peace. And then they blame the men for the like unfulfillment and the lack of peace within their lives, even though they're the ones creating this diabolical cycle over and over with different men. Okay, bye.
You know, it's just crazy, fellas. It's ridiculous, man. Guys just aren't dating anymore like how they used to, and I get it. It's a reason for it, man, and obviously it's just the reason for it is that it's not the risk is too high. You feel what I'm saying? Like the risk is just too high to be dating now. Like you can lose almost everything just dating. You know what I'm saying? And it's you can lose everything. It's stressful. You feel what I'm saying? You can lose your peace, your peace of mind, right? Like it's like, what's the point of dating now? Like you just have to require all these requirements. Then when you require the requirements that you're required to get to date these women, it's still a problem. You feel what I'm saying? Like being rich is still a problem. Having money, being fine, being handsome, it's still a problem. So, bro, eventually guys are going to stop. Guys are going to be like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this no more. Like I'm done dating. You know what I mean? And I see why the passport bros thing exists though, because where we're heading, I see now. I used to not really I didn't really agree with the passport thing, but now I see it. I see what's going on now. And yeah, a majority of guys are going to get their passports and they're going to leave. But it'll be the same result, though, in my opinion. It'll still be the same results. It's just that it's going to take a little longer for the outsiders to get the concept of how women are here. But it's going to get worse. I mean, if you ask me, man, I just think that guys should just really stick to being on their purpose, dog. Stay on your purpose, grind. Stay focused on yourself, man. Push yourself first at all times. Push yourself first at all times. Make sure you get the things that you need to do. Make sure those things come first, man. Because trying to find love, trying to, court a woman nowadays, bro, it's bro, you're losing. There's no point. There's no point anymore. Trust me, there's no point. I think for me, I think the best woman that I've been dealing with has been women that, they put themselves out there. You feel what I'm saying? They put themselves out there and they actually, try to engage with you and stuff like that. And I never had to try. I never really had to chase. You feel what I'm saying? I never had to do none of those things. And I think guys should deal with women who really like them. You know what I mean? You should deal with a woman who's engaging with you, who wants to see you and stuff like that, man. If you're dealing with anything else bare minimum, if you're dealing with anything else that's lower tier than that, like if you gotta chase this chick and you gotta do all this extra shit to make her feel good, to make her want to see you, I think you should cut her off. This is not a chick that you're gonna waste your time. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time, and you don't need none of that, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, deal with chicks who like you, deal with chicks who want to be around you, right? Because while you're doing the things you need to do, she's going to always be there. She's going to always be there until, because like we always say, it could just be your turn. So never really understand that, bro. Just it's your turn, and your turn doesn't last forever unless she wants it to last forever. But you would never know. You understand? So, but overall, bro, just deal with chicks who's under the program, bro. deal with chicks who under the program. Bro, I'm not dealing with no chicks who ain't under the program. Facts. I'm not dealing with none of them. I'm not dealing with no chick who's giving me a hard time. I'm not dealing with a chick who has these high ass requirements for me to be. And then I'm not dealing with no chicks that have inflated egos. I'm not dealing with it. If she has an inflated ego, I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it off quickly. Those are the worst you should be dealing with. The ones with the inflated egos are the worst. Don't ever deal with those types. You're gonna put yourself down, rock bottom. Especially if you already up. Right? When you already up, you shouldn't even be dealing with no type of chick like that at all. And I'm telling the guys that are grinding, that are trying to become successful, to not deal with them. So if you already up and you watching this video, you definitely shouldn't be dealing with that at all. You definitely shouldn't be dealing with that. Nobody should. But it's just, man, that's just where we at now, bro. Like, we can't do shit. There's nothing we can do. They're cooked. You know what I'm saying? We're cooked. Everybody cooked. I'm just gonna be honest, everybody cooked. But the only ones that can stop this shit, this bullshit, is us. We had to chill. We gotta chill now. Right now, we have to chill. We have to sit down and really focus on us. Fuck everything else. Fuck dating. We shouldn't even be worrying about dating no more. It is what it is. It's cooked. It's done. Dating is not gonna ever be the same until we fix this bullshit down here. Like, I mean, bro, a woman can really ruin your life forever. One slip. I'm talking about one slip. Like, she might tell on you about some shit, bro. I don't even want to get into it, man. But a chick might just tell on you. Might say something that you know, because she mad, she might say something, or might bring you to court about some shit, bro. And it can never. It'll hinder you. It'll change your whole trajectory of your life. You understand? So it's very important, bro. Like, we can't just be messing with every chick, bro. I'm telling you. It's very imperative that you choose the right one. If you're gonna deal with a chick, make sure she's the right one. Make sure she really like you, nigga. And make sure she's not a vindictive person. Make sure she can take accountability. Make sure she knows how to, you know, like, properly analyze shit. You know what I mean? Like she's not all up in her emotions and, you know, she just head first about how she feels and stuff like that. It's not good, bro. That's not good to deal with women like that, especially if you're trying to get to where you need to be at in your life. You don't need to be dealing with any chicks who are trying to mess that up. You don't need to be dealing with chicks that are not controllable. They're out of control. They don't know how to control themselves. Right? They're narcissistic. They don't know how to behave. They don't know how to treat you right, for real. They don't know how to talk to you. You feel what I'm saying? They don't know how to do nothing except look good and give you some yams. What we dealing with that for? That's nothing. So you don't need to be dealing with none of that shit, bro. You don't need to be dealing with that at all. At all, bro. I don't care where you at in your life. If you trying to get right, you should not be dealing with that. Period. You know, and I'm glad guys are finally realizing, bro. They're finally realizing. And guess what? Some of us was actually telling y'all the same shit for years. Motherfuckers didn't want to listen. Oh, fuck the red, bro. Fuck the red pill shit. Yada yada. Them motherfuckers insecure. Yada yada, bro. We've been telling y'all this for years. Y'all didn't want to listen. Now look. Don't be mad at us. Be mad at the simps. Be mad at the motherfuckers who fucked the game up. See? And there's always going to be simps, bro. There's always going to be simps. But man, we really gotta kill them niggas. Like, we really gotta lock down and be like, bro, we gotta demolish them. They gotta suffer. We gotta let them go. Cause they're never really gonna understand until something happens to them. So, you know, like I said, there's always gonna be simps, man. But I'm just glad that I see a lot of guys that are realizing what's going on, and they're out of this warp. You know what I mean? Like chasing women and trying to chase this high and trying to chase a relationship, trying to chase sex. Like when you get out of that warp as a man, bro, it's a good feeling. It is, bro. It's a good feeling, and then you're more focused. You're more focused on what you got to do. And it's hard though. It's hard to get out of that. It is. It's really hard to get out of that. Get out of that warp of I guess trying to chase women and stuff like that. Like it's like a high. It's dopamine. But I'm just glad that guys are realizing, man, and guys are really trying to get out of it, man. Getting out of that matrix is really hard. And there's women who are supporting, and who see that, as you can see in the video at the beginning, she's one of them. You know what I mean? She sees what's going on. You understand? And I think a lot of us see it. A lot of us see it. Not just men, but women see it too. So, and I think it's just the right way to go. You just gotta stop dating entirely. You understand? Like stop dating. Not entirely, but you know what I mean. Like, stop dating everybody. You know what I mean? Stop dating everybody. Like, you can go out and date. There's nothing wrong with dating. But it's about who you're going out with, right? Take the time and see what type of chick you're dealing with before you start to, go out and stuff like that. Because, ultimately, majority of the time, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time taking out multiple women. And you're wasting money. You're wasting everything. Don't do it. And you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting yourself at risk dealing with so many women at the same damn time. Like, it's not, I'm telling you, bro, you're not missing out on them. You're not. Only thing you missing out on is losing time. Trust me. It's not that deep, bro. Trust and believe that, bro. I'm a guy, listen, I am an attractive guy. I've dealt with so many women, and I'm telling you right now, you're not missing out on that. You're not.